This is the 522 Germanium EQ from HRK. A relatively simple two-band EQ, each one with its own separate operational amplifier to stop phase issues occurring too often. I currently have this strapped across my master bus of a mix, but you could use these on anything from drums, bass, guitars to whatever you wish. Simply patch in your EQs to whatever you're using, turn them on, and get going. The one thing that can be a little tricky at first is the EQ point controls on these Germanium EQs. By default, the lower EQ is set to 150 Hz as its center point. To change this, we press in some of the buttons. The bottom button will change it from 150 Hz down to 60 Hz. The top button will change it to 90 Hz. And both buttons together will change it down to 45 Hz, which is a setting that I like quite a lot, because that being the center point, it does bring up some frequencies above 45 Hz, but doesn't seem to interfere too much with the low mids. At this point, I can just press play and turn up the stepped knobs as needed. Similarly, the high frequency starts at 16 kHz, very high, but the bottom button will change that to 8 kHz as the center frequency. The top button will change that to a 10 kHz center frequency. And both buttons together will lower that to a 6 kHz center frequency. The 6 or 8 kHz may be useful for brightening something like an electric guitar, whereas the 16 kHz mode may be good for having extra air on a mix or a drum kit or a vocal, something like that. It's essentially like having two separate EQs in one unit because of the separate operational amplifiers and therefore the separate circuits, so there's very little in the way of phase problems that are generated. I use this on my master bus. You can use this anywhere you like. Check it out now at hrkshop.eu.